Hello everybody and welcome once again to Liberty Plays Valheim. Today we're going to be working on expanding the base just a little bit, finishing up that palisade wall so that mobs will quit coming in, those monsters, those evil creatures will quit coming in and destroying my chopping block and my tanning rack. And so that when I leave my door open, they will quit coming in and defecating on my rug that I don't have. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get some of this outside leveled out here because I want to have more room for expansion. Um, Now, I will tell you something that I have learned. When you're using this hoe as to build a pathway, uh, clicking when you're on level ground, if you're going up the side of a hill, you may notice that instead of just leveling the ground with the gradient, that you end up just digging into the ground, and then usually you have to adjust it, or if you're coming down, instead of leveling the ground so that it'll make a nice smooth path going down, it'll try and raise the area that you click on up to the level that you're at. If you click on the left shift, that will help with that. It frees up the height requirement and instead will actually bring it to the height of where you're clicking at. So it makes it a little easier to try and build a path. I can tell you, before I figured that out, it was quite the chore to get the path to be nice and even. Mainly, you want that for if you're going to be using it for carts to haul stuff back and forth, because the cart does not like any bumps in the road whatsoever. I mean, it's amazing how much a little bump can stop you, and you end up having to sprint to try and actually get your cart to move, and it just makes it so much easier. And with that being said, let us go ahead and power through this expansion. All right, so we've got most of that done, most of what I wanted to get done. I still got a few things left to do, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about the fact that I'm using a video capture software called OBS, which a lot of people say is really good, but I've been having some issues with it lately. I'm hoping I figured out what that is, and in future videos, it will not be an issue. You'll notice that a lot of times when I go into subscreens, I lag or feel jerky. It's not like that in the game. So I've given a higher priority to the software, so hopefully it'll work a little better. But another thing that happened is uh, the last video, the audio was kind of wonky on it. So without thinking, I just deleted the video and was going to explain it when I didn't think about the fact that I could just go in and do voiceover on the thing. So that's my bad. But you'll notice that I have a bronze axe now, and I think I've made a bronze spear. I believe I have a bronze spear at this point. Um, and so I was the last video that you saw, I was out getting copper and whatnot. And so I was obviously able to get enough to come back and make a spear. Looks like a pickaxe, an axe, and I don't think I've got any armor yet made of bronze. So anyway, another weird thing happened in that video that I wish I would have saved. I was playing and I died. I came back and got my stuff out of my grave, and then went back to mining tin along the coast. Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened. The game just kind of froze. So I ended up having to end program and come back into the game. Well, when I came back in, I was still in the same spot I was standing in when the game froze up. But I noticed that a lot of I had, looks like about the same amount of, stuff in my inventory. But I noticed that a lot of the tin spawns, tin deposits were back. And I had destroyed a spawner for the graylings, and it was back. So I'm like, well, that's weird, but never to look a gift fish in the mouth. Some of y'all get that reference. I just go about it. Well, going back to the base, I end up running back into my grave again, and it has a duplicate of everything that I had in my backpack on the grave. So I had ended up taking everything except for the equipment, because I just don't need duplicates of, my spear and my leather armor and stuff like that. It just takes up inventory space in your house. And right now, inventory space is at a premium. I mean, I could build like 873 chests, but I'd prefer not to do that. So anyway, there was that. Now I will say that you'll notice there's no sound in this video of me chopping or doing any other things. I decided to try and do one where I just do a voiceover to see if, maybe I could come up with some, more stuff to say or anything like that. I'm to say I'm not really digging it. I just like the spontaneity of what I say in the game when stuff happens to me. Now you'll see here, I really do dig this new bronze spear, because I mean I decimated that guy. But anyway, I don't know that I will do this again. I will throw in a voiceover if something seems appropriate when I'm editing, but I'm just going to stick with doing in-game live action role play voicing. And with that, I'm going to start mining some more copper so that I can get more coppery goods, because I'm loving the bronze.
They have a cave troll.
So now we'll get to see how easy the combat is with a nice fine bow. I skipped the crude bow. Crude bow is very inaccurate, doesn't do a lot of damage, and just looks goofy as hell. But as you can see, I can stay away from this guy and just shoot at him. Oh, bird. Could have got some feathers. Anyway, normally I just use wood arrows because feathers are so hard to come by. I mean, you're either spending time running around trying to find birds to shoot and get feathers, or looking for towers and stuff to get feathers out of chests. And I mean, you can build up a decent amount. And I hate to keep bringing it up, but oh, if you'll just notice, go back a few frames, you'll see that that bird is still there. What a wacky bird. There's that grave I was talking about with the duplicate stuff in it. Anyway, I hate to keep bringing it up, but I'm used to playing on the server with my wife, so both of us having to make arrows for stuff. You go through feathers really quick, and you just can't seem to find birds often enough. When I'm not looking for birds and I'm trying to concentrate on doing something else, I find birds everywhere. And then when I'm running around trying to find birds, can't find one to save my life. And evidently, fighting a troll, the birds don't ever fly away. But you see how quickly I was able to destroy that poor, hapless troll with this bow. I dismantled him quickly. Now, if you can use better arrows, he finally flew away. That makes absolutely no sense. I decided to go ahead and shoot him for his feathers, and he flies away. But them's the breaks. So actually, my timeline was a little off. This is where I discover the fact that the grave is there, and it has duplicates of everything I had earlier. As you can see, if you pause the video, I actually still have the Q-tip spear, the flint spear, also known as the marshmallow stick, and the horn pickaxe. At this point, I don't take anything off of it because I'm worried about it glitching my save and or glitching my world because of the duplicate. So I'm not exactly sure what the hell's going on. So I kind of just leave it for the moment. Yeah, see, my timeline's all screwed up. So the video before was where I came through here. As you can see, I'm checking the map like, okay, these 10 deposits are here. And there is where I marked that base. And that's the only time I came through here was when I marked that spot off. So this is where I'm like, I guess the whole thing glitched when I had to end task. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. Because here in a moment you will see the spawner I had destroyed is back in full force. Alright, so we're going to end the video here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, go down and give it a like. If you're new here, like I said, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for new content so that you'll know when it's uploaded. Comment, tell me what you think about the game, about my video. Also share with your friends, family, loved ones, enemies, frenemies. Matter of fact, the best thing you can do to your enemies is share this video with them every 10 minutes. This is Liberty. Have a good